It's pretty cool today seeing all those hostages come home, boy, with their families.
It was.
Now I'm using a
brought me to
different
tears.
browser to
One
check it out.
thing,
I quit using
yeah, it was.
Chrome, and it works on Firefox.
Oh, we're not gonna do the thing up here?
Here we go. Now we're talking.
Okay, I'm showing it's 4:30. Let's call the Board of Zoning Adjustments for October 2025 to order. Would you call the roll, please?
Ellis, Farner,
Here?
Plesson,
Here.
Sedbury,
Here.
Portillo,
Here.
Wagner,
Here.
Lloyd,
Here.
All right, we have a quorum, I think, so. Next item is the consideration of minutes from our last meeting. Or does anybody on the board have any comments?
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
A second, all in favor of the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the next, there is no unfinished business, so we'll go right to new business. We have a public hearing on zoning variance 202561122, Planter LaRue.
Good afternoon, board members. Yes, so this property is located in south central Bella Vista, Lot 8, Block 2 of the Tudor subdivision. The applicable zoning code is 109-166C4, which requires that non-residential accessory buildings on the same lot as the primary residence not exceed 720 square feet. The applicant is requesting a variance of this code section to allow for an existing 768 square foot non-residential building. There was a house that existed on this site previously that was built circa 2007. However, the house and the detached garage were destroyed by fire in December of 2021 and demolished early the next year. Code does allow for non-conforming structures to be rebuilt within 12 months of the fire. However, after that time period must be brought into compliance. The site did not pull a building permit until July of 2023, over 19 months after the fire, and a second warning letter was issued in March of 2024 informing the applicant that their permit was set to expire as the project has already experienced multiple delays. The project has yet to pass framing inspections as of September 2025. The site is currently only permitted for the house to be rebuilt, not the detached garage. It was found through review and inspections that the garage did not comply with current code. Staff does recognize that it is possible to reduce the size by 48 square feet and that the intent of the request is not residential in nature, as the R1 zone intends. Staff also recognizes the size of the structure would be allowed on the adjacent lot, Lot 9, Block 2, thus finding a lack of hardship for this request. No ACC permits have also been issued thus far. There was no public comment at the time of this report, and all legal notifications have been met by staff. Staff is recommending denial of the variance based on the analysis above.
Okay, do any of the members of the panel have questions of staff?
Was the previous garage the same size, or?
The foundation, I believe, was more similar to the 768 square feet now, but it was a non-conforming structure.
Okay.
Were any efforts made to move it over a little bit?
The garage,
Yes, sir.
not to my knowledge, no.
All right, so one application, one review. This is
Right.
the first time they've been through you all.
Right, correct.
Is there space to adjust the design?
The garage that is there now is built on an existing foundation.
So they want to reframe the existing concrete?
Correct.
It's already partially built.
Any Any further questions of staff? Is the applicant here, and if they are, would they come up and state your name and address? And if you have any thing you'd like to add to the staff's report, now's your chance.
Sure. I think one item of correction, he said it's
Smith,
not
what is your name?
Mark Heiner. Mark Heiner. First time, so he said it wasn't used for residential, is that correct? Because it's a home, right? And so not asking to do anything that hasn't been done previously. And the difference in variation, it's like a 2.1% size difference. Like literally, you would just cut off 1.5 feet off of one side. Existing slab, and the gentleman asked, you know, has there been efforts made to move it? I'm just not quite, so if you're looking at this image there, so that's it, like on the right-hand side, all the foundation work is existing. I didn't pour anything. I bought the house as it was destroyed. Didn't actually plan on having the detached garage. That's why he referenced the change in the permit requirement. Because once we got there, it just made sense. Otherwise, you'd just have an open slab there. So, to me, it just makes sense. And now, if it's denied, I think all I would need to do is just chop off 1.5 feet, and we're compliant.
Okay. Do any of the panel members have questions of the applicant?
What was your response receiving the mailer about extending your permit so that you could preserve the variance that was already in place?
As soon as I knew I complied, I think I did everything I was supposed to. I don't know. To me, it just,
There was not a previous variance. The expiration warning he got was the building. The building itself the home was taking too long. You have to be making progress every 6 months. You have to be getting past inspections every 6 months. That's what the warning was, because this project has been going on since July of 2023, and it still has not passed framing. So that's what that was.
The reason there was a delay was because Dylan said that this planning commission was supposed to get back to me. Not this one, but nice gentleman. I spoke to him over the phone. I want to say his name is Cody. But he didn't respond to my emails for 4 months. Dylan responded back on top saying, hey, where are we on this? And I said, there's been no response. And that escalated that to this. But if you look at like my email trails, they're all there.
Okay. All right. Any further questions?
Yeah, can I ask a staff question?
Yeah.
So an attached garage can be any size, but a detached garage is limited to 720 square feet? Is that what we're saying?
Correct. If it's attached to the residential structure, the max coverage of the structure then applies, so it can't be more than 35% of the lot. And if it was on the adjacent lot, on lot 9, it could be up to 1,200 square feet. But yeah, if it's
Right.
detached, non-residential structure, doesn't have any residential attachment in it or attached to it, it is limited in size in the residential zone.
And a garage counts as non-residential?
Correct.
Okay, just
And
want to
that's
clarify.
why
Thank you.
you said it's non-residential. Okay.
Could I ask a question of staff, just for clarity? You brought it up, and it's not our concern, but you said the ACC, there had been no permits or anything issued by the Bella Vista Architectural Control Committee?
No, there has not been.
Okay, they don't know anything about any of this?
They know about it,
Okay.
but they said that they would be handling their process with him separately.
Okay, well, of course, and it's separate, and I'm just, I hear this a lot, and so I don't like to see people set up to fail, even if you get what you need here. Because if you're not, if this is, I'd assume it is in the Bella Vista POA, and you don't have their permission to do anything, they're going to sue you.
That's a
I
surprise.
can't be any more clear.
That's a surprise, sure.
No, it shouldn't be, but,
Yeah.
so, you've got several hurdles, even if you get over this one.
Okay. Is 48 square feet really, like on an existing structure, existing poured foundation? That's That's really a,
Before we field that, can I ask a staff question? One
Yes,
more?
yes.
In 2014, was a variance extended because it was non-compliant when they built the original structure, right?
So
Did I
the,
hear that correctly, Taylor?
the home was built circa 2007 before our zoning code. So this house has existed. We just gave you a 10-year reference, that's all this is. This is the house before it burnt down. This is a legal, non-conforming structure. This is just before the house.
that one, right there.
Yep, that was it, before it burnt down in December of 2021. So we just wanted you to see it beforehand. And then the after picture, 10 years later, this is where it's currently sitting. Still hasn't passed framing. So this is a 10-year comparison, pre-fire, after fire.
Yeah, now, but point of clarification, like framing is, like when she says hasn't passed framing, I think that every time the inspector goes in, there's a little bit of a different story. So the house doesn't look like this right now. It's got siding all over it. It's almost completely done. The challenge is that, I mean, if you look at the notes from the last time the inspector went in, he said, you know, none of the updates had been done, but every update had been done. And he said he didn't even walk through it. I'm happy to be compliant. Like, to me, it's not a matter of, I'm just trying to build a house. But there seems to be some mix-up in communications from the planning commission to the inspector to whatever's compliant, and like, I'll investigate the ACC thing, but like, it's just an existing structure.
Well, we appreciate your comments. If we have no more questions, why don't you take a seat? We have to have a public hearing on this. Okay, it's now time, we will have our public hearing on this zoning variance. If there's anybody in the audience who would like to address us about this, now is your chance. Please come up, state your name and address. All right, if there's nobody to say anything, we will close the public hearing portion. And I will entertain a motion.
Can we have discussion first?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. I turn it back over to the panel.
Well, staff has pointed out that they're asking for a variance, which, is this a variance or a waiver?
Variance, this is a BZA meeting.
Okay,
This is a variance.
that's what I thought, but the letter says waiver. So they're asking for a variance, which requires a hardship, and making the building the proper 720 square feet doesn't, had he done it before he got to this point and properly permitted it at 720 square feet, we would not be here. So I don't see that there's a hardship, other than he got the
Yeah.
horse before the cart,
Okay.
or the cart before the horse, sorry.
It was not permitted at this size. Is
No.
that right, staff? It was not permitted at this 768 feet?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Any,
You have to come back up to the mic.
you have to come
We
back up to
can't
the
hear
mic.
Not allowed to.
Wait a minute.
Wait till you come up to the microphone.
Otherwise, it doesn't
please.
get recorded.
Can't hear you.
So when Dylan told me about the problem, I only submitted one garage with this type. Like, so there was no, like, I didn't submit, once made aware of the challenge or the variance, the very small variance, I submitted the right number. So that was permitted. I got a permit to proceed, and it's been inspected with what's been submitted.
Was the original question, was a permit issued for the primary structure or the accessory, the garage?
Well, I think the staff's going to have to tell us, what was the permit issued for?
What's the life cycle of the permitting process? Boom.
So the July plot plan from 2023, when this originally was issued, shows a concrete pad where the garage is, and it shows an attached garage. I think Addison actually has it up for you right now, if you look at your screen. So the proposed garage is attached, and then the concrete pad which is now the detached garage on lot 8, that is from the July.
That's what was submitted.
there's the.
2023
An
file.
attached structure,
And it is now enclosed, a part of the home, and now there's a detached garage where the concrete pad and old garage used to be.
All right.
So there was never a permit for the detached garage, is what you're telling us, Taylor?
That's what she said.
That is the issue.
Okay, thank you.
And there's already been building on the pad.
Yes. Yeah,
Correct.
well, but that's also what I'm contesting. Like, and if it's just a matter of moving dates, then what I'm saying is that it's been inspected prior, like, that garage has been there for over a year. I didn't build that just, like, it's been inspected. Like, there's inspection notes on the detached garage.
What flagged it to bring it back to us?
That's a good question.
It's
But
the
I can
length
make
of
it easy,
time.
like if-
Well, but we
Right.
have to get the
Sir, it's,
forensics.
your time, you need to go back and have a
Okay.
seat, and then they need to call you.
So the issue is the length of time between the house burning down and now. They have 12 months to reconstruct it back to its previous state, and that 12 months is passed. That's why they need the variance for the garage.
Yeah, because once it goes.
Regardless of the permitting process, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that length of time
Right.
that now requires him to have a variance for that size.
Once it goes past that,
Right.
you have to
Right.
do the variance.
Right.
You have to be in.
So whether it was permitted originally or not, his time frame that he's been working on this has expired to build it back to like it previously was.
Because it was non-conforming
Right.
before,
Yeah.
and the time has passed
To rebuild it as
to
it was.
rebuild it as non-conforming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's I think, the first issue. But the second issue, which I believe is what we're being told, is that detached garage does not have a current building permit. That's what I believe staff just told us.
He is clear to keep working on the house, but not the garage,
Thank you.
until
It's not
you
part
guys have decided something.
Okay.
And then, of course, ACC as well. He needs to get permits from
That's
them before he
a
does
whole
anything.
nother
Yeah.
issue, yeah.
Well, this is a frustrating case because these are our neighbors and simply a mistake has been made. And this is human and what it's going to cost because the rules are the rules, even though they're small or
Yeah,
big.
however, the
So
rule is
Yeah,
720
exactly.
square feet on a detached building.
it's black and white. And unfortunately, there was a compliance period that unfortunately did not get realized. So I guess I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we deny the variance. And move
Well,
Gotta make
we
a
don't
motion.
do that. We have to have a motion to approve it and then
It
everybody.
has to be in the
votes.
affirmative.
Oh,
You
it
have
has
to-
to be
Motion has to
positive.
be affirmative.
You have to
Yes.
phrase it in the affirmative.
Yes,
So you want to make a motion that we approve the variance?
yes, I want
All
to
right,
make a motion.
and second?
I'll second.
Second. All right, call the roll, please.
Wyman,
No.
Lloyd,
No.
Plesson,
No.
Sudbury,
No.
Portillo,
No.
Farner.
No. Okay, I guess then the applicant will need to get back to staff to figure out what their next step is. Okay, that's all the new business. Do we have anything for open discussion?
Staff does not have anything.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if you're looking at me, but staff does not have anything for you.
Okay.
Yep.
Anybody on the panel have anything for open? Okay. Then the announcements, the planning commission regular meeting will start immediately after this. Then this meeting is adjourned. Okay, I've called the Bella Vista Planning Commission for the month of October of 2025. Would you call the roll, please?
Ellis, Farner,
Here.
Plesson,
Here.
Sudbury,
Here.
Portillo,
Here.
Wyman,
Here.
Lloyd.
Here.
Okay, the first thing on the agenda is the consideration of minutes for the last meeting. Does anybody have any comments or changes? No. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Do we have to make a motion first?
You need a motion in a second.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as submitted.
Okay, we have a
submitted.
motion. And a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved.
And I'm sorry, who was the second on that?
Me. Hi.
Yes. Okay, we don't have any unfinished business, so we'll go right into new business.
What about public input?
I can't hear you.
Public
There's
input,
public input
All right,
consideration of minutes.
that's right.
for any
Okay.
items that aren't.
Sorry about that, folks.
It's okay.
I'm not used to this.
Well,
All right, this is the part where the members of the audience have a chance to address the commission on any items not on the agenda. So if you have anything you'd like to say, come forward, state your name, and you'll have time. Okay. Now we can go into new business. The first item of new business is a waiver, 2025-61024, Planner Hyatt.
All right, thank you. This property is located in the eastern area of Bella Vista city limits and is Lot 11, Block 1 of the Lincoln subdivision. Code Section 107-380F regulates maximum driveway slope percentages, and the applicant is requesting a waiver of this section for an existing driveway. The primary residence under construction is undergoing inspections, and at the August 12th structural/CFO final, it was discovered that the driveway did not meet the maximum allowable 14% slope. Staff was alerted, and the applicants submitted their waiver request on August 26th. The residence is essentially complete. However, a note has been added to the project file that no CFO can be issued until the Planning Commission takes action on this waiver request. Per the applicant's letter, during the final phase of construction for the home, the concrete contractor experienced equipment problems, which resulted in the garage elevation being lower than the approved plan. The result was a driveway with a slope of 21.4% downhill for the first 20 feet. The last 8 feet then slopes upward into the garage. Again, Code Section 107-380F allows a maximum of 14%. Grantham Drive is a non-classified residential street per the master street plan that experiences low to minimal traffic, and per the future land use map, the home's within a low-density neighborhood area. Have you taken any questions?
Anybody on the commission got questions of staff? Is the applicant present? Would you like to come up and
I believe I have a
state your
question.
name?
I do have a question. So, sorry, when it was originally permitted, the driveway spec, it was in spec?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So it wasn't built?
Wasn't built to spec.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Henry Gilarte.
Okay, would you like to add anything to the staff report?
No, I think he got it right, you know. The problem was during the construction, our concrete contractor has some issues with the level, so when he poured the driveway, it didn't came right, as it was shown on the initial plans. Okay, we can fix it, but we will need to demo the whole driveway and do like a new drainage by the entrance of the garage, but we are trying to avoid that if it's possible. All right.
Can a car actually get in the garage?
Oh, yeah, I've
without
been there.
bottoming out?
Yeah, I've been there several times, and my customers too, no problem at all.
and your role in this, you're the general contractor or are you the owner?
I'm the general contractor, the owner is investor, he lives in Ohio. He hasn't been here. Okay, he knows about everything that's happening. Okay?
So there is an alternate to approving this waiver?
Yeah, I've been discussing with my concrete contractor, and we can pretty much demo it. We can raise up the slope a little bit and do it all the way through to the edge of the garage. We will need to add a drainage by the garage door to drain all the water out, and that will help with the slope. It will actually make it 14 or 15%. It will be a little bit less. But, you know, right now it works. All the water is draining towards the left side of the property. So if we can keep it like that, it will be good. All right?
Okay. Anybody on the commission have questions?
Yeah, can you mention why you weren't here at the work session to discuss this with us?
Oh, because they called the homeowner. He didn't answer the phone. I didn't know it was that day, so that's why I couldn't be here.
Okay,
You know, and
thank
then
you.
I sent an email to Chris. He responded back, and here I am. Okay.
Okay.
If there are no questions, if you'll take your seat, we'll.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Back to the commissioners. Anybody have comments or?
Well, I think we find ourselves again in a position where people want forgiveness instead of doing things the way they're supposed to. And since the applicant has just told us there's a fix, I think they should fix it.
Any other comments? Well, I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we approve
Is there a
this.
second?
Second.
Second from Glenda. Call the roll, please.
Lloyd,
No?
Plesson,
No.
Sedberry,
No.
Portillo,
No.
Wiseman,
No.
Farner.
No. Okay, and the next item on the agenda is a waiver request 202561502, Planner Grady.
Good evening, thank you. This property is located in the west area of Bella Vista along Highlands Boulevard on the edge of the city limits. It is located on parcel 18-12513-009. Tonight, we're going to be discussing section 107-317 for access management regarding minimum separation distances between access drives. The applicant is requesting a waiver to this section for a 200-foot minimum separation requirement between driveways. Their proposed driveway placement falls within approximately 100 feet, center of line to the Carroll Electric Service Drive. The POA Water Department is working on a new site for a 500,000-gallon tank. The subject property falls within Benton County, but due to legislative changes to the extraterritorial jurisdiction, the property no longer falls within the Bella Vista planning area. However, a review is still required by Bella Vista Planning due to the access drive falling within Bella Vista city limits. The purpose of this review is to examine the access drive. The development property has no frontage along Highlands Boulevard, which restricts driveway placement options and makes full compliance with the required 200-foot separation distance for a roadway with a posted speed limit of 40 miles per hour, unachievable. According to the applicant, the existing access easement from 2023, which was negotiated, purchased, and recorded prior to the current development design, which represents the only feasible point of vehicular entry. Relocating this access would require significant site reconfigurations and acquisition of additional property. The proposed access drive will utilize the existing easement and will not hinder the public health, safety, and welfare or be injurious to future development in the surrounding area. No public comments and no technical outstanding comments.
Do the commissioners have any questions of staff?
So both of these drives are to utility facilities.
Yes, that is correct.
So after construction, there's very limited traffic.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Is the applicant present? If he is, would they come up and state your name and?
Charlie Holt, Director of Water for Bella Vista POA, 51 Huntley Lane, Bella Vista.
Do you have anything you'd like to add to staff's report?
Just to reiterate, yeah, this is a private gated utility access point. Shifting this driveway would, could cause conflict with, the Carroll Electric property and their primary power poles that are along that property line. And then also to move this driveway any further north would require additional easement, which would require a landowner to split their property with the easement. And I can't speak on their behalf, but I wouldn't think they would be interested in doing that. So.
Okay, do any of the commissioners have questions? Okay, if you take your seat. Back to the commissioners, or any comments? Or?
Well, I can mention that the Benton County Planning Board will be taking this up on Wednesday. We've already reviewed it at the tech review stage.
Okay.
And it seems to me with minimal ingress and egress that there's no reason to not approve this, I would think.
Is this property in the county?
The property is,
The driveway isn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Right.
What? Okay.
We're only doing that part, we're only dealing with those parts that are in the city of Bella Vista.
correct.
All right, just for clarity.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the waiver.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Wesson,
Yes.
Sedbury,
Yes.
Portillo,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Floyd,
Yes.
Farner.
Yes. Okay, the next item on the new business is, it's two things. It's a waiver number 202561092 and a preliminary plat 202561139, Planner Hyatt.
All right, thank you.
One
Mr.
second.
Chair,
Yeah.
if we could just have the minutes reflect that Ms. Lloyd has stepped off the dais and
I didn't hear you.
if we could just have the minutes reflect that Ms. Lloyd has stepped away from the dais and she is recusing from this as she is the applicant.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. This property is located in the southeast area of Bella Vista city limits and is Lot 1, Block 6 of the Duxford subdivision. Code section 107-250M regulates maximum sidewalk/trail slope percentages, and section 107-71 through 77 establishes the approval requirements for the preliminary plat process. The applicant is proposing a preliminary plat creating 23 residential lots and seeking a waiver on 107-250M. Following the approval of the planned zoning district for Owl Commons, this proposal takes the existing singular lot and establishes 23 new lots. The new lots will provide for 23 single-family units, complemented by 2 community building spaces. The proposed plat keeps the existing drainage and utility easements along the outer perimeter of the original property boundary and creates new drainage easements between the outer residential lots. The PZD established 0 lot line setbacks and utilities to be determined by the utility companies. This request will establish a new private road known as Owl Loop to be maintained by the HOA that includes 50 feet of access easement with 24 feet of paved surface. The proposed 50-foot easement will also serve as a utility easement. A 5-foot wide sidewalk will be established along the outer edge of Owl Loop and will transition to an internal layout around the interior community spaces of the development, meeting the intent of 107-250M. The fire chief and city engineer has approved the street grade. Carroll Electric had no additional comments this time. Water will be served via the POA water, and village wastewater will serve the sewer needs. And I did send out an email with the latest revision. There was a mix-up on my part on the dates for resubmittal, so it came as we were prepping the staff reports and everything to send out to you all. But we did start review of the latest submittal. I believe there are still a lot of grading and drainage concerns with our staff engineer, just with things like flow rates and the grade and how water is going to be directed on that site. So without sending technical comments, I think there are still a few areas being confirmed and worked through. We did meet with the engineer last Tuesday and to talk through some of this, and we're still working on those changes. But due to all of that, we believe that recommending to table would be best per staff recommendation. But
Will
happy
you
to take
repeat that last part?
just due to the analysis and the pending review of this third, we still have drainage questions, so we would recommend to table.
And I'm a little confused. What's the actual ask for us today? What's the ask? I want a.
Oh, the preliminary plat.
So
There's
this
a
is
waiver
to take-
request
this
and
is all waiver request and then bring that plat
yes,
to approve.
to begin establishing those 23 residential lots and.
So this is a preliminary plat. So a preliminary plat is a construction permit. So this essentially would, if it's approved, it gives the applicant the right to construct utilities and roads and sidewalks, basically transportation services. It also, it's basically, the plat actual does not come until the final plat, so I don't want that to get confused. The preliminary plat is not establishing the 23 lots. It is establishing the plan for the 23 lots, which would then be approved in the final plat. This is a construction permit for utility design and street design, just to be clear. And then there is a waiver request associated with the pedestrian accommodation design or criteria.
But you,
Permit is construction document or design document?
This is a construction permit.
All right, so they're gonna build this if we were to approve
The
it.
applicant is proposing to build sewer facilities, water facilities, and electric for a residential subdivision that you would approve via a final plat.
This authorizes the infrastructure to be put in, but she can't sell the lots yet because they're not
But they have to
officially been
Technically exist.
subdivided.
But you have to have the waiver approved in order to,
In order for
Construct.
you to, in order for you to approve the proposed preliminary plat, you're going to have to approve a waiver because she's requested a pedestrian accommodation waiver.
One more staff comment. What's the gap? You were recommending, I would like a little more design debate. Can you shed some light on that?
The initial submittal did not really address the runoff through the site. My comment was they needed a clear plan on how they're gonna carry the water through the site. They have made changes. These changes still do not address that comment. So they have issues with areas that are draining off the site onto adjacent property, not into the lake as they had proposed. They have areas where they have concentrated flow that they're releasing down the side of the slope that's gonna cut a rut down through it. So they're just issues that still need to be worked out. I mean, they're going in the right direction. They're not there yet.
And I'm assuming the staff is providing the necessary guidance to help their design team and.
I got it this morning, so I have drawn up comments and I will work with their engineer to address those comments.
Okay, all right.
okay. Any other questions, staff?
Tabling it will still meet our review requirements from statutory review requirements, the period of time we have to review a document.
Yeah, so we have 60 days to review or to deny or approve, or it's essentially, our code is actually more strict than the state statute when it comes to this, because the state statute only addresses local or staff approved. Our code says that you guys have to take action within 60 days of receiving a complete submittal. That would be within our time frame. However, if Linda, so as the applicant, wants to waive that just as a precaution, then I would defer to her, because it's ultimately the applicant's choice if they want to waive that 60-day review requirement.
Well, if the applicant's here, would she like to come up and address the commission?
Linda Lloyd, 102 Fairway Drive. I think the first question would be the pedestrian accommodation variance. We've done the best that we can to work with the existing topography to maintain trees, this being an eco-based community. The pedestrian accommodation ordinance specifies it cannot be steeper than 8%. What we have is the vast majority of the proposed sidewalks are 0 to 10%. There are some sections that are 10 to 15%, and a very, very limited, I think it's about 6 feet, that would exceed that. So for all but 6 feet, we are below what we currently allow for driveways. The other option for us is to redesign the entire community, push everything out further into the trees and into the steeper topography, or to put steps on our sidewalks, which is not something I want to do in a 55-plus community. So that's the pedestrian accommodation variance. And I believe anybody who has walked the Branchwood walking trail would agree that there are large sections of the Branchwood walking trail that also exceed 8% slope.
Okay. Do anybody on the commission have questions of the applicant?
I have a staff question.
I can't hear you.
I have a staff question.
Okay.
We're at the applicant, though. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, I don't
It
have any
doesn't.
questions for you,
Let's get
Linda.
it figured out.
Okay.
Since the roads are private roads, are all the sidewalks are also private?
Correct.
Okay.
The intent of this is when the final plat comes, there will not be right-of-way dedicated. There will be an access easement for those within the community to use these, and the applicant is going to be maintaining these roads and sidewalks herself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I have one question for the applicant. What are your plans to dialogue with engineering within the city to address some of the surface runoff, the drainage challenges, the gap that it seems to be still existing?
Okay. My understanding, notice I'm not the engineer, that is that the engineer met with the city engineer last week. I thought he had completed everything that the city was requiring him to do. This is the first I've heard that he did not. And I think it's happened many, many, many times in this organization here, that if there are minor things to be addressed, that things don't necessarily have to be tabled for a whole month, that we can have the two engineers get together, resolve everything to the city's satisfaction, because obviously, again, this is an eco-community, tree retention. I don't want to cause any kind of erosion or drainage issues in this project. That is not my goal. As far as tabling it for a month, there are a lot of reasons why that would cause a big problem for our commons. First is that the city approved this PZD June 23rd of this year. That started the timetable ticking. As of June, we have 3 years to complete everything or we lose the PZD zoning. The other reason the month would make a big difference is, contrary to what everybody thinks, winter is really coming. And putting this off till November means that I cannot this month accept my site work bids, then take those site work bids to my lender and get our financing for the site work so we can get this going as soon as possible. I paid Carroll Electric their $1,000 for engineering in March. If I don't have the electrical work done by next March, Carroll Electric can redo all of their estimates. So from a financial standpoint, it's important for me to get the site work financing done. At this point, I've got, let me get the number, $169,000 personally invested in this project with no approvals yet. $93,000 of that is in engineering. And with what we expect our site work and other costs to be, right now my costs are $69,000 per house.
Is your understanding of the gap currently with engineering, is it surface water runoff or is it grade of walkways? I was a little unclear.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with the walkways, and Chris can clarify that. My understanding, it has to do with some of the grading and perhaps the drainage channels and/or drainage easements, which engineers are wonderful, I thought was resolved when they got together last week. And if it's not resolved, I'll make sure it gets resolved immediately.
I understand that they're asking for a waiver on the sidewalks, and then the preliminary plat approval. And it would seem to me that we could vote on the waiver, but we could also vote on the preliminary plat with staff comments.
With a right.
With
Subject to engineering signing off on it.
That would be very helpful, and we're not trying to do anything that the city doesn't approve. We want that done.
Are we okay with that,
Can we
Jason?
get staff back up to talk about
I
that?
think the staff
Hold on.
needs to figure out, I think legally you probably could, but I haven't conferred with the staff. There may be things I haven't thought of. I mean, is there,
So just to be
it kind
very.
of depends on what would need to be changed.
Well,
doesn't it?
that's, to be very just flat about it, if we were to recommend a condition of approval to you guys, that means we have comments lined out in bullet points that is ready to send to her.
You don't have.
We don't even have that right now because we're still
Okay.
reviewing it. So like, we just know there's comments and we know the gist of it based off the meeting we had with them Tuesday. And the meeting we had with them Tuesday is due to the amount of comments that we had on their second submission that more time would be needed, just generally speaking. But yeah, since we got this Friday, Chris Brackett, our engineer, does not have a bullet point list, which is what we normally have should we recommend conditional approval. In theory, you could, and then staff could just figure it out, but like that, we don't even know what meets and what doesn't meet to the fullest degree right now. That's the issue.
Could we vote on the waiver one way or the other and not vote on the preliminary plan?
Yes.
Does the commissioners understand what I'm asking?
Yes.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay,
I do have a question. I thought Chris just said he had lined out what needed to be fixed.
Could we
No.
ask Chris?
wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Let's get this solved. Yeah, come on up.
I reviewed this for about 2.5 hours this afternoon. I'm not all the way through it. I'm not. I mean, I haven't had enough time to, it came late Friday. I didn't get it till today, so I'm only part-time. I was only here this afternoon, so I'm not completed with my review. I don't know all my comments yet. But I do know that a lot of it doesn't meet my original comments, that they're still not draining this properly.
Fair enough.
So,
I have a question
Go
for
ahead.
Chris. So is there the potential for the drainage improvements to alter the site layout?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, especially right there to the, where that red is to the, they do not have that worked out.
Okay.
They added a wall and they added a culvert with a bend in it, and it doesn't work the way they show it. They're gonna have to do something different, lower things or change, I mean, that just isn't working the way they have it.
With that unknown, I would be more comfortable voting on it after Chris has gone through his thorough review. Because we approve a site plan that then changes later on, it's gonna have to come back anyway, correct, staff?
well, I mean, we could vote on the waiver
Correct,
one way
yeah.
or the other.
I'm not-
and then-
Yeah, I understand the waiver part, yeah, I'm talking about the preliminary plat. Because, you know, we can only vote on what we were presented.
I think you're right about that, so.
I mean, I have no doubt it's gonna be taken care of at all, but if the
Well,
site
here's, I
plan
can tell-
changes,
We've got two approaches, which is let's deny it and send them back to the drawing board.
I don't wanna deny it.
Well,
Table.
table, right, sure, but
Table.
no forward motion at this
Are you
point.
talking about tabling both the waiver and the?
No, just
Okay.
the final
All right.
plat, yeah. Or put the burden on the city engineering department to negotiate it out, and then,
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I don't think it's good, this, we know everybody who's involved, that's making this difficult. And what I would just remind you, and we're all friends here, but we have to treat this like we would anybody if it's contractor X. And if contractor X came in with the very same set of circumstances, don't let that change what you think ought to happen, given a different circumstance. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
And no one's gonna think otherwise of anything being slighted or, you know, just do what we know we need to do, whatever that is, and you'll be in the right.
why don't we deal with the waiver
yes.
first?
I'll make
Do
a
I have a
motion, motion we approve the waiver.
Second?
second,
Okay, would you call the roll on the waiver, please?
Sudbury,
Yes.
Portillo,
Yes.
Wagner,
yes.
Lloyd, no, excuse me, Klessen,
Yes.
Farner.
Yes. All right, your waiver is approved. Now, back to the original plot plan here.
May I make one comment about
Okay?
that? Okay. I just want to point out that I received an email on this, I received an email on the 2nd of October from Senior Planner Hyatt asking us to resubmit things by Friday, and that's exactly what we did. That's all.
Okay. But as I understand, the engineer has not had a chance to review what they submitted. That's what I'm understanding.
And more work is required, and it may affect
Yes.
plat design, which would bring it back to us. Yeah, I think these are all relevant facts, so.
There, I just do like want to make sure, I'm not sure if Chris mentioned this earlier while I was out helping the previous gentleman, but this plan has made significant strides to comply in the very short, almost less than a business day's worth of time that we've had to get this ready for you guys. Since just today alone or this afternoon, we've worked with electric, water, 2 utility companies, which usually takes a long time to get approval to get the approval. So the applicant is very forward in making sure that this is compliant and will be compliant. It's just simply, we can't move that quick. This is a very large proposal, and so, and like he said, our engineer's only part-time, and he doesn't get here on planning commission days until 12, because the meetings are late, so, we do recognize that, but the applicant is putting in a very serious good faith effort to comply with code with the comments that we have.
Okay, commissioners, do I have a motion
How do we do this?
to table?
Approve it with table?
It's either a motion to table or a motion to approve.
What motion do you want to make?
I don't know, there's,
I
Five
don't
of us
ever
up here.
recommend you approve a plan that you know is not final. Is not, I don't mean final plat, I mean, there are deficiencies in that you cannot specifically address.
So the motion would be to table it.
If you want to put this off, give them more time, come back next month, then to move to table it to November meeting would be what someone would need to do.
I'll make the motion to table this until
Question?
next month.
Do we have a second?
second.
All right, would you call the roll, please? That's on the motion to table till next month.
Portillo,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Klessen,
Yes,
Sedberry,
Yes.
Farner.
Yes. Okay.
Did we capture Portillo's vote?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Is your mic on?
Yes.
Okay. And then Ms. Lloyd recused.
Okay, then the next thing on the agenda is the committee reports. Do we have any?
There's none at this time.
And for the minutes, Linda came back to her seat.
Okay.
Returning to her chair.
Do we have anything for open discussion?
No, just a reminder, I don't know if you saw the press release and the emails that I sent, but our new code goes into effect on December 1st. That is the 60-day requirement from publication. It is on our website, so that way you can view the current code and compare it to the new code. And there will also be, which hopefully everyone got the news release. Did everyone get it to their email? And then just a reminder, if you still can't get into your planning commission email, please reach out to IT if you still can't get into that.
They did not respond.
Okay. We will help put that together for you. But yeah, our new code goes live December 1st, and so applications received on December 1st and forward will be applicable to that new code. Applications we're still reviewing now will be applicable to our current zoning code. So your cycle 1 of the development calendar for 2026 will formally be on the new code. So just wanted to send that as a reminder.
Okay, with that, I'll do the announcements. City Council work session is Monday, October 20th at 5:30. City Council regular meeting is Monday, October 27th at 6 o'clock. The next Planning Commission work session is Thursday, October 30th at 4:30. And the Board of Zoning Adjustments will meet November 10th at 4:30, followed by the Planning Commission. With that, we're adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.